Hi, I'm Bill O'Reilly. Thanks for watching us tonight. We have a powerful and important program, so I hope you stay through the whole thing. You won't be sorry. Buying political power. That is the subject of this evening's Talking Points memo. Factor has been investigating far-left billionaire George Soros, a man who wants to impose a radical left agenda on America. And under the radar, he is making great progress. Soros has set up a complicated political operation designed to do two things: buy influence among some liberal politicians and smear people. In the past, big business has been accused of doing just that. Now it is the likes of George Soros, an extremist who wants open borders, a one-world foreign policy, legalized drugs, euthanasia, and on and on. My book, Culture Warrior, documents the Soros policy and his tax-evading businesses located in Curacao and Bermuda. The really frightening thing about all this is that most Americans have never even heard of George Soros. Most Americans have never even heard of George Soros.
In full. After a thorough and careful review of the allegations, the company and Bill O'Reilly have agreed that Bill O'Reilly will not be returning to the Fox News channel. It is hard to overstate how stunning a development this is in the American media landscape, certainly in the cable news industry. Bill O'Reilly, of course, the #1 most watched figure in cable news, a very powerful and influential voice, and very much the face of the Fox News channel. So a very stunning development today, Brooke.
The Women's March over the weekend, a perfect example. That wasn't a spontaneous event. It was organized by far-left groups, which received millions of dollars from the liberal activist George Soros. In fact, Soros has ties to 50 of the groups that attended the Women's March this weekend. 50. And according to the Media Research Center, Soros has pumped $90 million into those groups. Some of the top march organizers were members of the Obama administration, Hillary Clinton's campaign, Bernie Sanders' campaign. Again, this was not some spontaneous uprising. This is a well-thought-out political spectacle. As you may know, the 85-year-old billionaire is a far-left fanatic whose open society organization advocates no borders anywhere in the world. According to Soros, everyone should be able to go wherever they want for any reason and stay there. And the crazy left has a powerful ally, the media. You won't hear them reporting about how George Soros is manipulating protests behind the scenes. You will not hear that.
That you are actually the mastermind who is trying to bring down the American government. How do you react when you see this kind of thing?
Well, I would be amused if people saw the joke in it, because what he is doing, he is projecting what Rupert Murdoch is doing, because he has a media empire that is telling the people some falsehoods and leading the government in the wrong direction. But you know, by accusing me of doing that, it kind of makes it rather hard to see that it's really he is working for the man who's doing it, which is Fox News.
What about the Soros factor? When you have this kind of a billionaire behind 50 of the groups that sponsored the march and donating, according to reports, $90 million to those groups. That seems to be a little frightening when there's one guy and his crew, you know, pushing this as a democratic movement when it really is a contrived movement, is it not?
My question to those real people was, where the hell were you on election day?
Well, they probably
they
just lost. But don't you feel,
I don't know.
Don't you feel they showed up because they were told to show up? I mean, look, if you look at the totalitarian governments in the 20th century.
You're told to show up?
Yeah.
Who tells anybody to show up?
They live
in
on the
this
websites.
country?
These people live on the websites.
What's the threat? What's the threat? Why do they have to go?
Well, they have to go. They don't have to go through a negative. They have to go to be with their brothers and sisters and to show their solidarity and that they're good people and fight the fascist racists. I mean, it's a whip-up.
Well, we have a democracy. You settle that at the ballot box. But they have every right to express themselves.
And I said that.
And you may judge. Well, you may judge it as
I think there's something more nefarious going on behind the scenes than you do. I really do.
Come on. Are you really So you're afraid of these?
I'm not afraid of
anybody.
These
women, are you?
Not afraid of anybody.
Yes, you are.
I think there's a lot of things behind the scenes that it's not going to be reported by anybody. That there's a lot of manipulation going on, a lot of propaganda going on, a lot of bad things going on that people should know about. That's my job to tell them.
All right, well,
and have a robust debate with you.
But I would recommend less paranoia, less conspiracy, and a little relaxation. It will
that there's a lot of manipulation going on, a lot of propaganda going on, a lot of bad things going on that people should know about. There's a lot of manipulation going on, a lot of propaganda going on, a lot of bad things going on that people should know about.